How's it going, guys? Today we got a Chelsea versus Lille on account of the Eden Hazard deal, of bringing Hazard to Chelsea. There are a couple of reasons why this deal happened. A lot of people were shocked that he picked Chelsea. Okay. First of all, there are only a couple clubs that are willing to pay outrageous amounts of money. Okay. First of all, it was 32 million for the transfer fee that Chelsea paid. Then you got to pay agent fees, wages, all that. All that ended up being around 50 million for the first year he was there. Okay. 50 million euros for 1 year of Hazard's services. And I know he's really good. Then again, that's a lot of money. Okay. But a lot of people only look at the transfer fee. It's 32 million. Seems okay. Okay. That's it's a pretty good deal, I think. I think that's right on the money for him. I think he's that good. But there's a difference between the Premier League and the French League, League One, okay? And when you saw Hazard playing, okay, he rolled through people, okay? Goes around, in, out, around people, things like that, okay? And you know who did the same exact thing? Gervinho. And I know Gervinho had a pretty good, decent year, but he didn't have the kind of year he had his last year at Lille, okay? It's much more difficult, okay? I mean, he's getting better, Gervinho, okay? He's getting stronger, and that's what you need in the English game, right? You need to be quick, awareness, and you need to be pretty strong, okay? Physically strong, not like mentally strong. I mean, that's always a necessity when playing football, but physically strong. Like, a lot of people talk about how who would be better in the Premier League when we're talking about Ronaldo and we're talking about Messi. And the answer is probably Ronaldo. Okay, I know Messi's great. Okay, best football in the world, probably. I mean, pending whatever you feel like, but he's not. I mean, when he plays if he were to play like a team like Stoke, okay, I mean, they just sit back 10 deep every game and just muscle you out of the way. All right? They're just going to clear it, muscle you out the way, and that's it. Be completely ineffective on set pieces, completely ineffective on corners, free kicks, everything. The only thing he'd be effective of is running in and out of those players, and frankly, those long, tough players would keep him out, in my opinion. I think if he played Stoke 10 times, how many times do you think he's going to score? Personally, okay? I mean, give him a couple years, he gets stronger, all right? Willing to hold his own, that's a different story. But we're talking about right off the bat kind of thing. And I think that's kind of going to be the deal with Hazard, all right? Hazard's a different kind of position. He'll play out on the wing. And I think Hazard, when the field is stretched, you have more room to maneuver around people and you don't get those crowded split spaces. But I think he'll do better, all right? But I think, Jesus Christ, I left this pause in here for a while, and I apologize for that. Oh my God, that's in there for a while. All right, if it's just a pause screen for like the next 20 seconds, then I apologize for that. But anyway, and I don't know how many of you saw it, but the other day Belgium were playing England, and Hazard seemed to have that problem that I was talking about with Messi. He couldn't get in between these tough defenders that England have, like LOSC and Terry. And he had an extremely ordinary game, okay? Hazard had an extremely ordinary game. Very ordinary. It wasn't, it was pretty bad, alright, honestly. Did had a little cameos here and there, maybe a shot or two, from outside the box, nothing too threatening. He didn't do anything really threatening actually, but but yeah, that's the kind of, and for Chelsea fans, I know it was kind of strange watching that. And if you're a Chelsea fan, you were watching that and hoping that he doesn't bring that along to the Premier League. But he was playing out of position. He was playing center forward pretty much, or striker or whatever. He was playing in the middle and with Mertens and Dembele pretty much flanking him. But you know who had a better game? Actually, who had a really good game? Dembele, the Fulham player, had a good game, and you can see the differences there because he's been playing in the Premier League for a while. Dembele at Fulham, and he had a pretty decent game, and he has the ability to hold his own physically. That's why I thought he had a better game. He was moving. He doesn't have to weave in and out of people. He can use his strengths to get into positions that help the team. And gee, I know you're listening to this and thinking that I'm thinking Hazard's going to be a bad player, and I don't. I think he's going to be a great player. A lot of people expect a humongous immediate impact, and I'm just not one of those people. I don't think he's going to have the greatest impact ever, you know what I mean? Like, I fully expect him to maybe 10 assists, 5 goals maybe. I expect that to be his contribution in the Premier League. Mark that, because they'll be in the Champions League next year, and he'll be amazing in the Champions League next year. He'll be able to roam free, do whatever. But those European teams don't play like the English teams. But this week in, week out kind of thing in the Premier League, the teams you got to play, the Sunderlands, the Stokes, those teams they get to you. Okay, they're very tough. That's kind of why Stoke were a pretty tough out in Europe. I don't know if any of you watched Stoke during Europe. But they were very tough outs, especially at home. Okay, I know they got beat by Valencia, but it was, you know what they did they went on the road, drew 0-0. Okay, maybe won 1-0. They got their occasional corner set piece, and then they came home and won 1-0, and that was the tie. That shit finished 1-0, and it's because of how they play football and how it works against opposing teams. But I think Hazard should be given a year before you start to judge. And I know Abramovich is going to be judging pretty quick. Okay, he's one of those things who needs one of those owners who needs an immediate impact. But I don't expect a crazy immediate impact. Now, there's a lot of talk that Hulk is going to be the next signing, and it's getting closer and closer to that. And I think Hulk will be a good signing. I think if you've seen Hulk, he's a big, tough player. And he has the ability to move. He can shoot from anywhere. He's a good player, Hulk. And I think he'll have a better impact personally than Hazard will in the first year. And apparently, I guess they're going for the same price, right? 30 million, something like that. I've been told 27 to 30, 27 to 32, anywhere in that range for Hulk. But here we go again with this weird laggy thing. Sorry, but I'm just saying, if you're a Chelsea fan, don't set your hopes flying up. How old? I mean, he's only 22 or 23, I believe, or 21, anywhere in that area. I think he's just that age. But if I mean, you got him for a while, okay? You're not gonna. I mean, this is a growing talent. You don't keep players like him for 5 years unless they become Ronaldo-like, and then you get rid of him. If he's 21. And we're talking about the talent he is. And we're talking about the money they spent on this guy. He's going to be around, okay? Going to have him for the next 8, 9 years, if not for the rest of his career. But I'm just saying, don't, right off the bat, don't be expecting anything out. He's a great player. We'll be playing on the wing, probably the left, and Hulk probably on the right, I guess. And this, and as a Liverpool fan, it's nerve-wracking because this Chelsea team, watching them during the year, you're kind of thinking the old team's gone or going. Okay, Terry's almost done, Lampard's almost done. You got these old players, Drogba's leaving, and the one thing that every other team in the Premier League didn't want to see was Chelsea win the Champions League, and that is because of something like this. Now they're picking up. I thought the only thing Chelsea needed last year was a winger, a decent winger. Okay, that was all. That was all I thought they needed to be a really, really good team. They finally got wingers, all right? Hazard and probably Hulk. This is based on Hulk. I mean, they've got the striker, I guess, Sturridge, if you want. They'll probably get another striker, and I mean, if they pull in Falcao, this team is going to be absolutely disgusting. But that's all I thought they needed, the wingers. And this is why we didn't want to see him win the Champions League, because he came here, Hazard came here because of the Champions League football, and because Chelsea were kind of willing to pay their wages. All right, there were two. Manchester United and Manchester City were very weary about paying his wages, and he was asking for like 200K a week, which is jumping off a lot. I mean, he kind of flew out of the gate with those wages, and they were kind of iffy on paying his price. But Chelsea were kind of willing to pay the price, but we didn't know if they were going to play Champions League football, so they were kind of in the situation, kind of not. But this is what's going to happen because this team's going to be really good soon. This Chelsea team, okay? And if they get a really good striker along with Hulk and Hazard, they're going to be challenging for the title. Not only City and United, they're going to be 3 teams going for this title, and that's it. This is what's going to be, all right? But as this video comes to an end, I'm just saying, be wary. Don't expect crazy numbers his first year. But then again, be optimistic. He's going to be a great player, all right? Great signing. All right, guys. Peace.